Okay, hello everybody, and welcome to part 3 of HSA Home Warranties, Winning Listings, and Converting Buyers with Facebook series of online seminars. Thank you for attending. We know you have a very busy schedule, so we hope you enjoy today's webinar. If you've missed part 1 and part 2, please either go to HSA's Facebook page and you'll be able to access it there. Or always check in with your local HSA representative, because not only are they always a great resource for everything you need with regards to home warranty protection for yourself and for your clients, but also your local HSA rep will have information about past webinars and even upcoming online seminars and live events that HSA conducts in your local markets. So check with them to find out the next time we'll be hosting a live event for you to attend in your market. So once again, my name is Burke Smith. I am the Chief Communications Officer at HSA Home Warranty, and I've been your host for many of these online seminars. I was very happy when Brian Geik, your guest host today, when he joined HSA as our resident social media guru. And for those of you who have been on the last few webinars, you all know Brian. He's helped us kick off our webinar series dedicated to aspects of social media as it pertains to helping build your real estate business. And of course, HSA is making this investment in bringing these educational series to you directly to help you build your business, to win more listings, convert more buyers, because obviously when you do more business, HSA does more business. Now myself, as you can see here on this slide, this is a little bit about me. For those of you who don't know me, besides being the Chief Communications Officer at HSA, I'm also a broker in California. I built my own real estate company. I'm still an active broker in California, but built my real estate company here using a lot of the same tools and strategies that we talk about during our webinars and our live events. I took an approach of building a tech-savvy real estate company because at the time I started my company, the NAR statistic was that 15% of buyers and sellers were using the internet during the home buying process. And for most of you now know that that number has grown to 92%, which is why, you know, many of you have heard me say that technology will never replace agents, but agents using technology will. And the fact that you are attending today's webinar shows that you are an agent using technology. So HSA Home Warranty has taken a very innovative approach in providing these webinars and trainings for you guys as added value. So all of this is brought to you completely free. Our live seminars are completely free, and as well as our one-on-one coaching. So you may want to ask your local HSA rep about how you might be able to get free one-on-one dedicated coaching to help building your business. Now, of course, this is free to you, but these services ultimately aren't free. So we hope that you show your appreciation by being loyal to your HSA reps. So when you go reach out to them today to find out about more of these about these webinars or your one-on-one coaching, you might as well talk to them about your client or yourself and what their needs are and your needs are as it pertains to ordering a home warranty. In fact, why don't you go out there today, if you haven't tried HSA, go out there today and give us a try. And if you have used HSA before, we certainly thank you for your business and would love to see more of it. So without further ado, that's everything about me and these webinars. I'm going to turn it over here to Brian Geik, who will be your host for today's session, part 3 on winning listings and converting buyers using Facebook. And Brian will talk to you not just about himself, and then he'll jump right into today's webinar. So, Brian, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, terrific. Well, welcome. And I'm going to shut up now, and I'm going to turn it over to Brian. So take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Burke. Okay, my name is Brian Geik. I'm going to be conducting this session with you guys today. So if you want to take a quick second here to write down my email, brian.geik@onlinehsa. If you have any questions after the webinar, feel free to email me or call me, and I'd be glad to explain any questions that you guys come up with today. So let's just get into this here. So a big thing I want to show you guys is our social media resources tab on Facebook. So this is on our Facebook page. You can see it right there. It's just on the main page. Just go to facebook.com/HSA Home Warranty. And what this tab contains is basically all of our webinar recordings, these slides, the Facebook tutorials that we make that go along with these webinars, the checklist, which is a really, really important thing that I'll show to you in just a second. And we also have some quick help videos out there. So let me just show you this tab on our page for a second here. So right here, this is our Facebook page, and this right there is our social media tab. And this is what it looks like here. So you can see right here on the left, we have all of our tutorials. These go along with all the webinars that we've been doing. On the right side here, we have all of our past webinars, and we'll put this webinar up here once we're done recording it too. And also through this tab, if you want to contact us, any suggestions, comments, questions, feel free to contact us through this form right here. And another thing, if you're in Internet Explorer, some people have been having some issues accessing this content. If you get this error right here, this content was blocked because it's not signed by a valid security certificate, make sure you click on this Show Content button. And just as an extra safeguard, I've also added another tab to our page in case you're getting any issues with this. Once again, this is just on our Facebook page. If you expand our tabs here, you can go down, and it just says Webinar Downloads. It's got a picture of a download on a computer screen. If you click on this, this is just your really quick, basic, no-frills links to all this same stuff. So you can download all of our past webinars, our slides, and the checklist. So let me show you what the checklist for this webinar looks like. So basically what this is today's notes. I've already put them together here for you. We're going to be updating these webinar times so you can jump to any time during this webinar and see where that topic's being covered. We also have links to the tutorials. So if we're targeting posts, we have a tutorial for that. You can go to that right here. All the links you need, pretty much all the notes you need to take for these webinars are right here already put together for you. So make sure you download that. Okay. So just to kind of recap what we've been going over before, in our first webinar, we went over the difference between pages, profiles, and groups. Then we also showed you how to create a page on Facebook. Then we showed you how to invite your friends and share your page to get those first likes going. And we also went over a lot of basic recommendations, how often you should be posting, the types of content you should be posting, what times of day you should be posting. And we also went over some of the new timeline features. So we showed you how to highlight posts, pin posts, and add milestones to your page. In our second webinar, we went over something really important, getting that recommendations box on there. Because people, on Amazon, on all those online sites, they really rely on peer reviews. We showed you how to get that recommendations box added to your Facebook page. We also showed you how to export your contents from LinkedIn, Outlook, Gmail, and then send email invites to them to like your Facebook page. And a really, really important topic from the last webinar, we went over how to get a custom Facebook URL. You're going to need to know how to do that today. If you haven't already gotten your Facebook URL, you're going to need one for a topic that we cover later in this webinar. We also went over how to add apps to your page. We're going to touch on that again today. It's also another big important thing we're going to expand upon in this webinar. And creating a Facebook email signature. So that's one of those links that you see in a lot of people's emails that say, like me on Facebook. It's just a really quick and easy way for people to find your page. So I kind of wanted to do just show you kind of the difference from 10 years ago to today. So a decade ago, back in 2002, the average person spent about 46 minutes a day on the internet. 10 years later, today, the average person spends 4 hours on the internet. Now that's a huge, huge, huge change, and I spend a lot more than 4 hours on the internet a day, because if I'm not, I'm probably not doing my job right. But this is just kind of represents a big, big change in people's culture. Everything we kind of do is online now, and businesses need to be geared towards that. And that change, if you refuse to adapt to that change that people have already made, it's going to result in a failure to thrive. Not only a failure to thrive, it might result in just a failure to be able to do business. I'm going to go through a few examples of that here. So Borders bookstores. 10 years ago, Borders was probably one of the biggest retail bookstores around. But one thing that they refused to do was make an online bookstore. They didn't think that people wanted to buy books online. They thought that books were bought in a store while people were walking around browsing them. So 10 years ago, Borders had about 1,200 bookstores across the country. Today, 0. They went bankrupt. That refusal to adapt to make those online bookstores cost them everything. Another example that you're probably pretty familiar with, Blockbuster Video. Now, you might not have known this, but Blockbuster Video actually refused numerous offers to buy Netflix. And they're also really, really slow to roll out their own subscription-based video rental program. So, 10 years ago, Netflix was raking in about $150 million in revenue, while Blockbuster was taking in about $5.5 billion. Pretty big difference there. Jump to today, Netflix, $3.2 billion in revenue, Blockbuster Video, completely bankrupt. So I just want you to take a little second here and kind of think about where you're going to be and how sales are going to happen in 10 years. Hopefully, since you're here doing this webinar, getting on Facebook, getting into the whole social media game, you're going to be with those people who are adapting, and that's great. That's what we want you here for. So now I'm going to go and do some Facebook updates that you probably didn't notice this happened, but these were on your page. So Facebook actually gave the ability for pages to target posts. And what that means is when you make a post, you could actually select who sees that post by location and by their language. So I have good and bad news about this feature. The good news is, well, actually I'll go with the bad news first. The bad news is right now they rolled it back. They released it about 3 weeks ago, and then they had to take the feature back. But here's why, and this is the really, really good news. When they bring this feature back again in a few months, you're going to be able to target by all of these options. So you're going to be able to target posts by age, education, gender, interest, relationship status, language, workplace, and location. So that's huge for Facebook marketers. That's so cool, honestly, because just think what that lets you do. You can literally pick who sees your post based on any of these categories, and you can combine multiple categories. You can do a lot with this. So they actually had this feature out a couple weeks ago, but they just took it away a few days ago because they're adding all of this functionality to it. So over the next few months, you'll see this on your page, and I'll show you exactly what to look for because Facebook doesn't usually announce these things when they roll them out. If you follow us on Facebook, if you're following us on Twitter, we'll let you know when this is actually rolled out again. But this is what it looks like. So basically what you do is you just do a post like you normally would. You put it all together. With this right here, these little crosshairs, you probably never noticed it when it was on your page a few weeks ago if you were making posts because it's very, very subtle, but that's what you click to add targeting to any post. So like it shows here, you just make a post, compose your post, click that little targeting option, and you can choose to target by any of these categories. So you could choose to pick males who are interested in football located in Chicago. And then only people who meet that criteria are going to be able to see that post in their news feeds. It won't go to all the fans of your page, just the people who meet that criteria. So that's a really, really cool feature. Make sure you're following and being aware that that feature is going to be there because one day it's just going to show up on your page and you're going to be able to do all this. Another really cool feature that Facebook kind of just released in the past probably 3 or 4 weeks is this ability to instantly see how well one of your posts are doing. And if you're somebody like me, I love that. So I love to make a post and then kind of see instantly how many people have seen it, how many people are interacting with it. And this is for every post on your page, actually. You can see everybody who's actually seen that post. And let me show you how this works. So I have our HSA page right here. I'm just going to scroll down. So this is our most recent post. You can see at the bottom here, 512 people have seen this post. If you just mouse over that, it's going to tell you, it's going to break it down between organic and viral. So basically what organic is the number of people who saw your page post in the news feed or on their ticker or on your page's wall. And so pretty much what that is just the people who are fans of your page who saw your post. And this viral number right here, this is the number of people who saw your page post in a story from a friend. So what that actually means is this is a number of people who haven't liked your page who saw your post. And they basically saw that post by one of their friends who is connected to your page interacting with that post. Now I'm just going to scroll down here to kind of show you. This is for every single post. So right here for this post, you can see we reached 15 people virally. 592 of our fans saw this. This post here, 727 people reached that were our fans. 63 that were not our fans saw this post. And you also notice this option at the bottom where it says 1,111 people saw your most popular post. Now that number is going to be different for everybody, but that's basically saying your most viewed post, the one that had the farthest reach, this is it. And you can click on that link right there to see what your most popular post was. And a really good way to use this is to basically, this is telling you what the people who like your page are interested in. So if you have a post like this, this most popular post on our page was 7 tips to sell your home faster to younger buyers. So we automatically can tell from that that's a topic that our fans are interested in. So we would want to make more posts that are tailored to that topic or posted in that same format. Let's say if it was a video that was your most popular post, you want to make sure that you're posting more videos because that's what your fans are liking. So that's how that feature works. Another cool update, if you don't already have this app, it's the Facebook Pages app. Right now, unfortunately, it's only for iPhones. They're coming out with an Android version, but what this allows you to do is basically manage your page completely on the go. So it's a good way to separate your personal profile from your online presence, especially if you're one of those real estate agents who's kind of out there. You're out in the field, you're doing open houses. This way you can upload photos to your page, respond to messages on your page. You can actually see those same insights I was just showing you on every post when you go through this app on your phone. And you can download this from the iTunes App Store. It's completely free. Definitely something you should pick up if you're one of those people who's kind of on the go and you're still trying to manage your page. It just makes everything a lot easier for you. Okay, so now we're going to get into today's topics. So the first thing is customizing your tabs. Now the tabs are those little things right below your cover photo, and they're basically kind of different programs, different things. And there's 3 main things that you can change on almost every tab. So you can change the order of the tabs. You can move them around. You can change the display picture, which is what it shows right here on the screen, and you can change the name of the tab. Now there's a few exceptions to this rule, and just let me show you those right here. So I'm going to pull up our test page. I just made this so I could go through, move things around, and not disturb our actual Facebook page. So these are your tabs right here. What you're going to need to do before you ever edit any of these is expand this little button right here to the right. So now the exceptions to these rules as far as moving and changing pictures. The big exception is the Photos tab. You can't do anything to this tab. It's always going to be the furthest left tab at the very top left corner. You can't change the photo on it. You can't move the position, and you can't change the name of this tab. The only thing that happens, you'll notice that this photo picture right here, the display picture for it, it's always going to be the last photo that you uploaded to your page. So in a way you can change that display picture, but it's always going to be the last picture that you uploaded to your page. You can't really pick what it is. The 2 other tabs that you can't change the photo on, but you can move, are this Likes tab. So you can see that I can move this tab around here. But the things I can't do are change the picture or change the name. And the Maps tab. That too, you can't change the picture and you can't change the name of it, but you can move it around. So now you just saw me doing this now. To move any tab, all you have to do is put your mouse over the tab, click on that pencil in the top right corner, and then the first options here you can see it says swap position with. You can basically swap these tabs around for any other tab except for the Photos tab. So if I wanted to change this to where the Pinterest tab is down at the bottom, I just click Pinterest tab, and you'll see them flip positions right there. Now let's say I want to move this tab up to where this tab is. So that's called the YouTube tab. I just changed the photo to make it look like an arrow. So you can move these tabs around basically however you want. Now let's say I wanted to change the name of a tab or change the picture of it. Once again, I'm going to click on that pencil in the top right corner of the tab, go down to Edit Settings, and this is right here. This is going to pop up. You can change the name right here. So follow us on Twitter. I think it's too long. It gets cut off there, so I'm just going to change this to Twitter. Okay, and click on Save. That's going to change the name of the tab. Now what else I'm going to do is change the image on this tab. Choose File. I have these kind of custom made ones already. I like our personalized Twitter one, so I'm going to change the picture to that. And there you see it changed right there. Now you can just close out of this window and click OK, and you'll see that change right there. So the name changed and the picture changed. And I'm just going to move this up towards where the Pinterest one is. So that's how you customize tabs. Now that's going to become really, really important in just a little bit here once I get to this next part. So this is the really, really big thing about this webinar that people seem to go crazy for. So adding your website to Facebook. This is a huge, huge, huge thing that you can do. And it's not only your website. You can actually add any website to Facebook. So I'm going to show you on our page right here what I mean by that. So we have this tab right here, HSA Online. And if somebody clicks on that, you'll see that our website is going to come up here. Alright, now you see, look around the outside, the border here, you're actually still in Facebook. You haven't left Facebook yet, but you're accessing our website, and you can also see that our website has all of its functionality. Now this is surprisingly easy to do. You can, order a warranty right from here, and you never even actually leave Facebook. You're still on Facebook here. See at the top? So this is a really, really cool thing to do, and surprisingly simple. You just got to make sure you have this checklist that you downloaded, and this static HTML app. So if you just open up that checklist, click on static HTML, what it's going to bring up is this. Static HTML, iframes tab. So you have this big blue button right here that says add static HTML to a page. You're going to want to click on that. And now you're just going to say choose a page. Most of you will probably only have one page. What you just want to do here is pick whatever page you want to add that to, and then you're just going to click Add Tab, and it's going to do that for you. Now, I've already added this to our test page, so I'm not going to add it again right here. What I'm going to do is go back, and this is the static HTML app. It's going to have a big, big star in it. So now, if you click on this tab, it's going to take you right into what kind of looks like an editor. And don't worry about all these extra buttons. Don't worry about all these extra things. We're going to keep it really simple. All you need to do is go back to this checklist. You see right here under adding your website to your Facebook page, you just have to copy this little bit of code right here. So from where it says script to script, copy that, go back to this little box where it says public content, and just paste that right in there. Now you see where it says your website right here. That's where it's going to type in your own website. So onlinehsa.com, and you can click preview to make sure it's working right. And you're going to see that pop right up in here. So that's pretty cool. That's really, really cool. Now let me just show you some other things you can do with this. You can actually do it for any website. It doesn't have to just be, I'm going to use Townsend Real Estate as an example here. So I'm just going to paste townsendrealestate.com in there, hit preview, and it's going to pull their page in. And once again, this has all the functionality of your website. You can go to any of these things here. Go to agents. But you're still in Facebook, which is a really cool part. So people can access and do anything on your website without ever leaving Facebook. So think how this works with customizing tabs. So now you know how to bring in any website or part of your website. And you also know how to make a tab, change the name, and change the picture. So you can make a tab not only for your website, but for maybe your featured listings. You could have a link that goes directly to that featured listing and have it also be a tab on Facebook. You could have it go to find an agent and have a list of your agents on there. There's really just an infinite amount of ways that you can use that knowledge right there. That's really, really simple to add, pages for anything you want to highlight. And a big thing about your tabs, make sure you do this too. Make sure that these three that you can move up here are they're going to get the most real estate, they're going to get the most views. Make sure that's what you really are trying to advertise. So if you're really trying to sell those featured listings, move that tab up to the top here. Make sure it's in one of these top 3. Or if you really want people going to your website, make sure that link to your website up here when you pull in your website is one of these top 3 tabs up here, because that's going to get the most views. Okay, so that's pretty cool. That's a really big thing. The combination of, being able to customize those tabs, pictures, names, and pull in any website or part of your website, you can even pull in a specific listing. That's huge. That's going to get you a lot of attention right there. So another topic I wanted to cover today is these QR codes. So if you do have a phone, take a second here, pull it out. If you have a QR scanner on it, go ahead and scan this. Just give you 1 second to do that. And let me show you what that's going to take you to. This right here, you'll see this on your phone. It's just going to be a nice, clean, mobile page. It says, click to like HSA Home Warranty or visit HSA Home Warranty on Facebook at the bottom there. This is really cool. You can use this all over the place. It's mobile friendly. And these QR codes are actually completely free to make. I made this one with QRstuff.com. Let me just show you this site here. It's got a really, really great interface and a bunch of really cool options. So using this QRstuff.com, you can actually select anything from a website, a YouTube video, Google Maps location, a Twitter account, a Facebook page, a Facebook like, which is what I just showed you right here, your LinkedIn, just your contact information. You can do a lot with these, So this is a really cool site, and these also contain, from any of these, you can download a free QR reader for your smartphone. Great, great, great resource to use for when you're putting these on, sign riders, when you're putting these on open houses, you're putting these off so people can just instantly follow you on Facebook just by scanning your code there. Great, great resource. Also, once again, these also have their own free downloads. My favorite of these 3 that I have listed is this QRstuff.com. And once again, all these links are right here on this checklist. So, all right. So, I just want to go over a couple of things I see a lot of the time, how not to use these QR codes. Make sure you're putting them in places where people are going to use them, with their phone when they're away from a computer. So don't ever post these things on billboards, on highways. Terrible idea. People shouldn't be trying to scan things while they're driving. Don't use them on your website. The point of a QR code, is to be a mobile thing to have when you're away from your computer, to scan with your phone when you're not on your computer. The one exception to that rule is, if your QR code is your contact info. So that way, let's say on your website you have your contact info up there. Somebody can scan it on their phone and have your information saved on their phone. So one exception to that. Also, you don't really want to send QR codes by email. There's 2 reasons for that. One, if somebody's reading their email on their computer, you can just send them a link. They don't need to scan something on their phone to go to a different page. They're already on the internet and on their computer. And 2, nowadays a lot of people, get their mail on their phone. You send them a QR code and they read it on their phone. They have no way to scan that. They can't scan their phone with their phone. So you don't generally want to send QR codes by email. Also make sure that you're going to a friendly mobile site. Don't get a QR code that maybe goes to your webpage if you haven't tried it already and it doesn't work on mobile. It's just going to be a waste for everybody. And also one that people kind of just forget about, make sure they're in an area where people get reception. People are scanning these on their phone. They need to make sure that they can connect to the internet in order to see what you're basically sending them to. Now, for those people who don't have smartphones or don't have, a QR scanner, not everybody has that on their phone, there's this text to like option that Facebook has. So I'm going to give everybody just 1 minute to text like HSA Home Warranty, all one word, to 32665. So once again, just text like space HSA Home Warranty, all one word, to 32665. So just like you see here on the right. I was going to give everybody a second to do that. Just give it a try. Whip out your mobile phones. Text it in. And after about a minute, you should get this message. You like HSA Home Warranty and will receive status updates on your phone. Pretty cool. So you don't need to scan anything. You don't need to do really anything. People just need to text. That's all you need for this like. So how would you set this up on your phone? It's actually already set up. If you have a custom URL for your page, this is already set up for your page. It's just one of those features that people don't take advantage of, mainly because they don't know about it. Facebook has this set up for every page as long as you have that vanity URL, which you either need to set up when you're making your page or after you get 25 likes. You can also watch our second webinar for how to set those up. But all you have to do for any page out there is text like, space, your page name, all one word, to that same number, 32665. That 32665 number is the same for every page out there. What that actually is just the country code for the page. So any pages in the U.S. are going to use 32665. And when the person texts that number with like and then your page name, it's going to make their profile like your page, and they'll be following you on Facebook. So you really don't have to do anything to set this up besides get that vanity URL. You just have to use it. You just have to let people know that they can like your page simply by texting that number. Now, the one thing I do want to point out, if this doesn't work for somebody, if somebody comes up to you and like, I text this, it's not working, the only problem that basically is going to cause that is if they don't have their mobile number listed on their Facebook page. So they need to have their cell phone number listed on their Facebook page. It doesn't have to be publicly visible. You can change your privacy settings to change that and make sure that nobody can see that cell phone number. But it does have to be listed on their profile. That's how Facebook knows by the number texting in and the page name who to make like that page, basically. So that's the one problem you can run into with this. Okay, so another big thing, monitoring your presence, on these social networks. A lot of people know that there's conversations going on about them. They know people, kind of out there talking, but they don't know how to find it. They don't know how to see it. So there's two really good ways to see what people are saying about you on Facebook. One is actually just through searching Facebook. You can actually do searches right on there, and I'll show you how to do that. And the other is this site called socialmention.com. Now, socialmention.com covers really everything. It searches Facebook. It searches Twitter, YouTube, Google+. It searches blogs. It searches news articles. It's a really all-encompassing tool, and I definitely suggest that you try it out after this webinar just to see what shows up about you. I'm going to show you how to do this on Facebook here right now. So just from your basic Facebook page here, you have this white bar at the top. Right across from where it says Facebook, there's this white bar. You're going to type in whatever keyword you're trying to search for. So generally it'd be your business's name. I'm just going to search for realtor. Now you're going to have this big box pop up below it. And what you're going to do is go to the bottom of this box and click on where it says see more results. Now on this left tab here under search filters, go down to public posts. And it's going to show you anything with that keyword that somebody has posted. So you can see this person, I'm a realtor, so I don't need it listed. Anything with that keyword in it is going to pop up, and these are all public posts. And the cool thing about this is really just happening. Like, check out this post. It's from 9 minutes ago, 11 minutes ago, 12 minutes ago. This person's, saying how great of a realtor they just had. It's a really cool way to just check on the conversation. Check out this one. 20 minutes ago. Does anybody know a realtor? Please let me know. Thank you. So if you're a realtor, you can jump in on this conversation. You can, send a message to this person. You can comment on his post and say, hey, check me out. I have this home for sale. Just a really, really cool way to see what people are kind of talking about you on Facebook and what they're saying. Now I'm going to take you to that other site, which don't forget on our checklist, there's a link to this, socialmention.com. So this is socialmention.com. It's completely free, very easy to use. I'm just going to type in, it's Realtor Safety Month. I'll see what's going on with Realtor Safety. Just type it in and hit search. And once again, this is going to search blogs, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Google+. It kind of covers everything. So I'll just give this a minute here to load up those results. Okay. So right here we got a YouTube video from Bold Realtors on realtor safety. So this is from YouTube. Down here, Safety Bay Real Estate. This is from Google+. Keep going through these. This is from Reddit, actually. Another video from YouTube about realtor safety. more YouTube videos. So you can just kind of go through here. You're going to want to try a couple of different keywords to see what shows up for you. But this is going to cover Facebook, Twitter. This one's, again, from Google+. Go through here, trying to find some from Facebook or Twitter. Looks like most of these are YouTube videos so far right now. Safety blog video. So I definitely want you guys to try this. Go out there. It's a great way to monitor what people are saying about you. And, in case there's anything bad, this gives you a chance to respond to it. And just kind of let them know that you're out there. You want to help them. Great, great, great tool to use. All right. So those were the main, yeah. So these are some posts I actually pulled from doing those searches before. You can see here, can anyone recommend a realtor in this area? I was thinking about, I want to get a realtor license. Who's in the real estate or knows a realtor? These are all great, great conversations for you to jump in on and be like, I'm a realtor in this area. Need a cool realtor in Vancouver. If you're a realtor in Vancouver, there you go. Somebody's already trying to find a realtor. And if you jump in on Facebook, they're going to be pretty impressed with you. And you can see this one in the bottom left here. It's actually from Twitter. Ended shooting early today to go meet with a realtor. That's another really good reason, being Realtor Safety Month. If you see that, you're probably going to want to make sure if you're meeting with anybody that day, especially that goes by that Twitter handle, that you do it in a public place. Okay, I just want to mention something about our HSA Master Agent program. If you are one of our Master Agents, or if you want to find out more about becoming a Master Agent, talk to your local HSA rep. If you are a Master Agent, we can give you a Facebook report and also make some custom Facebook signs for you, using those QR codes and some of these signs right here. And let me just show you what one of those custom reports looks like. So basically what this is just kind of an overall what's going on with your Facebook page. Now we can only do these for pages, not profiles. So it kind of breaks things down by, your post type, status, link, photo, video, and engagement, and just what, you're posting the most of and what's getting the most engagement. It's kind of help you figure out, what you need to focus on. So we can come up with one of these for you if you're a Master Agent. Once again, talk to your local HSA rep if you want to become a Master Agent or learn more about becoming one. So let's just review everything we went over today. We talked about targeting posts. Now, that feature is not here right now, but in the next few months, you're going to be rolling that out to pages. So be sure to look for that. Remember, it's little crosshairs. It's just going to show up on your status right next to where you can schedule posts. It's not going to be an announcement on Facebook, so make sure you're following HSA on Facebook or on Twitter, because we're going to be announcing that when it comes out, so you know that option's available for you. And the next two, customizing tabs and adding your website to Facebook. Huge, huge, huge. Think of all the things you can do with that. I have a feeling there's going to be those tabs popping up on everybody's page after this webinar. It's free. It's easy. Go out there, do that. Make sure you're highlighting the content in those top 3 tabs that you want to. We showed you how to set up, some easy QR codes to use at open houses, anything where you're just out, away from the computer so people can like your page. A lot of people are on the go. About half of Facebook users are actually accessing Facebook on their mobile devices. So it's a really good way to get more likes and get more people to follow you. For those people without smartphones or who don't want to get, a QR scanner or want to make sure they have all their options covered when they're out at these, open houses, the text select option. So remember, all you need for that is just a vanity URL. All people need to do is text like, space, your page name, no spaces, to 32665. So that's really already set up for you as long as you have that vanity URL. And then we went over monitoring your social presence. So that's searching through Facebook, right at that bar at the top. Make sure you just go down to the bottom of that. Click on, more search results, and then click on public posts to see what people are talking about. And social presence, or social monitor, which is that website that covers blogs, YouTube, Twitter, Google+, all those things. So also, if you're watching this, make sure you go out to our page, facebook.com/HSA Home Warranty, and just make a post to be entered in our monthly fan drawing. Last time we gave away a $25 gift certificate to Starbucks. Just say a post about this webinar, what you liked, what you're looking forward to, and you'll be entered to win that. So we do those drawings monthly. And that about wraps it up for today. So, Burke?
Thanks very much, Brian. And, yeah, like Brian said, we get a lot of great feedback from all of you folks out there on our webinars and seminars, but we'd love to see it up on our Facebook page because you get a chance to win something there. But really, any comments and question you have, it's a great place to go ahead and post and then interact with other agents. You know, I see a lot of agents who get business from Facebook, not directly from consumers, but from referrals from other agents outside their market. So it's important that you go on places like our Facebook page where successful agents are interacting, and find other places like that on throughout social media and interact with agents that way. It's the best way for agents outside of your market to know what you're about and refer business to you. So this concludes part 3. This has been a fantastic series specifically targeting how to win listings and convert buyers. As you can tell, there's so much on social media to talk about, and for agents today, and like I said, me being an agent myself, there are too many seminars and conferences that just tell agents, you know, get on this, get on this, get on that, you know, give us your credit card and we'll do this for you. You know, there's too many of those types of seminars. And what we wanted to do at HSA is not only deliver the content to you for free, but deliver content that really focuses on how we make a living, and that's in converting business, because everything else in many ways is a distraction. So this is a great resource for you guys to keep coming back and checking in so that you can see what the latest and greatest is in helping you to win business. Once again, reach out to your local HSA rep, show them some love in appreciation of this great content that you're getting to help win you business. Our goal is to deliver the same type of stuff that you would get by spending money traveling to some conference across the country, having to pay registration fees and giving up a couple of days of your very busy work schedule to travel there to get there. Our goal is to continue to bring this stuff directly to you to save you time and money and make you productive and far more efficient. So Brian Geik, thank you very much for another phenomenal webinar. Reach out to Brian. He's offered to respond to your questions and comments. Reach out to him through Facebook, Twitter, and his email. Again, my name is Burke Smith, Chief Communications Officer at HSA Home Warranty. Keep an eye out in your emails because your HSA reps aren't always sending you stuff about home warranty. They're also going to be talking to you about upcoming webinars, live events, and also, very important, find out how you can get that free one-on-one coaching. Thanks again for your time. We'll look forward to seeing you on the next webinar.